Hello, and welcome back to the Baroque Blueprint Training Series. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Pages portion of your website. This is where all of your main pages live, like your home, about, and contact pages, as well as other important internal pages used throughout your website. I'll walk you through how to locate these pages, make edits, and understand how everything connects on the back end. With that being said, just looking at the back end of the website right now, we are in the Pages tab. In the last video, we were in the Forms tab speaking about those forms, and to find all of our pages, we will be in the Pages tab here. Once we click on the Pages tab, we'll see a list of all of the pages that we have on the website. Yours may look a little different than the screen I'm looking at now, just because you may have different pages on your website, but the editing process will be exactly the same. And I'd actually like to show how to edit these from the front end of the website, because it's just a little bit more intuitive than clicking through the list here. So let's say we want to edit some content or images on the home page of our website. I'm actually going to run up to the top of my screen here and click this little home icon. The name of your company or site will be in place of this Baroque template, but we can view this little home button as a kind of toggle to go from the front end and the back end. So when I'm on the back end and I click it, it'll take me to the front end. When I'm on the front end and I click it, it'll take me to the back end. But now moving on towards making edits to any of these pages. I will just come to the front end of the website once I'm logged in. And as we scroll down here, we see we have quite a bit of different sections that we can edit. And let's say we wanted to edit some of these sections. Like let's say, for instance, we wanted to edit this hero message here. What I want to do is when I'm on the home page or whatever page that I'd like to edit, I'm just going to click Edit Page. And once I click Edit Page, it'll take me to the back end of this page, which will look super similar to those expertise pages that we've covered in an earlier video. What I also like to do is open this tab or open this page in a new tab. That way I can look at, again, what exactly I am changing and how these fields are being mapped. So once I'm on the home page, I'm going to run over to the back end again. And as I scroll down, we'll see all of these tabs with all of this content in them. These will actually be sectioned out accordingly with the sections on that page. So if we have our hero, we can see we have your source for top tech talent. Hero title, we are your tech recruiters. If I run back to the front end, we'll see your source for top tech talent and we are your tech recruiters. If I wanted to make an update to this, I would just simply replace the text that's already in there. I will use lorem ipsum for right now, but let's say we wanted to replace this hero title. I can just backspace this and input my new text. And I will hit save to publish these changes live to the site. And once I hit save, I can run over to the front end and refresh, and we'll see my changes have now taken place. And here's my new title. And this section, or this kind of process, can be reused on every section of the website. If I scroll down into my next tab, going into Seasoned Tech Recruiters, we'll see here is kind of that title, my content, my button, and my image. We'll see that I have my title, my content, my button, and my image. So let's say we wanted to change what this button says to contact us and link them to the contact page. So I can just come in here, change this button label to contact us, and I will just look and search for that contact page. And then once I hit save, again, we always want to hit save to publish those changes live. Once that is saved, I can run over to the front end, and we should see this, once I refresh, go from About Us to Contact Us. Perfect. And as I was mentioning, this can be said about just about every section of the website. We do have some stats on here that are a little bit different. We can see we have 4 stats here. I can actually remove these stats if I need to, or add stats if I need to. And if I needed to add any stats, I would just click Add Row. I would add my icon that I'd want to be associated with that stat. If there was anything that we needed to put before the stat, let's say like a $sign or whatever it may be, it would go into this first field. Our actual stat number would go into this second field. And then if we needed to add like a percentage or a K for 1,000 or a plus, we'd drop it in this field right here. And then the after text, which would actually be what the stat is referring to. But let's say we wanted to just go ahead and delete that stat or remove a stat. I can just click remove row. And then of course, any changes, I always want to hit save. And now if I run back to the front end, I can actually take what we've just seen and expand it across all of the other pages. So if I run over to the About page and I scroll down, we can see that we have our first section here is going to be our subtitle, our title, content, and 2 images. If I want to edit this section or anything for that matter on the team page, I would just run up here and click Edit Page. And then once I click Edit Page, this will take me to the back end of this page to where, again, I always like to open that page in another tab so I can see exactly what I am changing. So in this case, we have 25 years of experience in innovation. Let's say we wanted to change that to something else. I would just run back to the back end of that page once more, and as I scroll down, we can already see here's our pre-title for this section, 25 years of experience in innovation. Let's say I just change that to some lorem ipsum. And again, always want to hit save. And then once that saves, I can run over to the front end and refresh, and we'll see my subtitle has now changed to what I have it set in the back end. And that's a quick look at the pages section in the Baroque blueprint. This is one of the most important areas of the website. It's where you'll go to kind of make updates to that content and ensure everything stays current. Up next, we're going to be covering the job manager portion of the website, where you'll learn how to add and manage job postings if your site isn't connected to an external ATS.